Hello, good evening, everyone. How are we all doing today? Okay, it's an exciting day again. We're on day 7, and we know what 7 as a number presents. 7 is perfection, all right? So we are getting there gradually. We have 3 more days to go. Don't give up, all right? Keep up with this. Why are we doing this? We know the essence of what we are doing. We want to save our children's mental health. You can't afford to forsake your children at this time. You need to put put everything together, whatever you can lay your hands upon, okay? Especially for mothers of younger children, I count you lucky, okay, because you have opportunity to have an idea of what to do ahead of time in tackling this issue called screen time addiction. So that is why we are on this challenge, and I must commend each and every one of you who is participating, who is taking notes and applying them. Very important. So today on day 7, we are going to take up what I call because we need to set a balance. It's very important, setting a balance, because phones and all these gadgets and devices, they are not going away. They have come to stay. So how can we throw in that balance so that we know what we ought to do per time, okay? It's so important, so that when they're on the other side of screen, we are doing the right thing, and then when they're also offline, they are doing the right thing. And then we can't totally deprive them of online life, the digital life. It has come to stay. So that's why we are equipping you, okay? That's why I'm here to equip you with the basic knowledge and skills that you can use. Thank you everyone that has been encouraging me, sending your feedbacks. They are so encouraging. I've been getting a lot of messages in that regard. Thank you so much. It means a lot. All right, when one is on this journey of trying to cause a transformation and impact, whatever support and encouragement that is given is so crucial. Thank you so much. So we're here to talk about setting digital balance. So a research has even also talked about where the importance of face-to-face interaction with our children is very important, that we are having those face-to-face communication with them. The research also helped us to know that children who are engaging in face-to-face in communication with their parents tend to have higher level of vocabulary, all right, in a year, especially from their parents, than other kids. And so that way they can learn also very key elements of communication, such as voice tone. From you're communicating with them, they learn voice tone, they learn facial expression, they learn how to communicate effectively and all that. They learn also your language, body language, eye contact, an ability to maintain eye contact. These are some of the key elements of communication that your children can learn when you engage them with face-to-face interaction. So what are the ways that we can set this digital balance? How can we set the digital balance in our homes? Number 1, we need to monitor the amount of screen time, the time they spend on these devices. You need to monitor that, and then you can also empower them with some tools. Some of them are already within our phones. We have apps like the digital well-being. We have the widget, the focus mode widget, which is in most phones. That way, some of these gadgets, we have Freedom app, all right? These are some of the apps that you can use to be able to maintain a balance, all right? Some of them are so good, like the Freedom, it can actually block you. It can actually block you off because you have to set a time limit on this freedom, how much time you are going to spend on any of these apps. So when it comes to that time, it will block you. And some of the time it can even charge you. If you want to set up that part of it where it charges you anytime you exceed your screen time. Okay, so anyway, what are you trying to achieve? Any way you can maintain your sanity. It's not just about the children, it's about the parents. And when you are managing your screen very well, especially when they are around you, you are also modeling to them, you're also teaching them, they are learning a lot from how you manage your screen. Okay, so that is one of it. Then you can track and control your children's internet use. I think I've mentioned about the apps currently we have on Android the Family Link. Then on Apple we have the Apple Family. Okay, then we have numerous. We have Net Nanny, we have Q Studio, and a whole lot. Norton, there's a Norton app so some of them are subscription based, you have to pay. All right, so these are ways for you to monitor your children's activities. For instance, the Google Family Link, which I use for my children, is very good. You for whatever devices they are using, you open those devices with your own email and set up their own email accounts. Okay, so this Family Link will always report to you their apps they are downloading, and in fact you are the one to give permission for any app they are going to download. Okay, then you monitor what they are watching. You can have an idea of what they are watching. Then they also have location for you to know the location of where your children are. Then you have also the opportunity to shut down their apps and their phones wherever they are. So this somehow enables you to have a level of control over the screen time of your children. So it's okay, but don't be forceful about it when you are interacting with your children. Okay, we have very smart techie kids, so that they don't go and start looking for a way to get around these things. All right, so make it very be empathetic when you are communicating this, and tell them the essence. But then you can still be stern, all right, but don't be too forceful about it. Communicate to them, then gradually reduce the screen time. Okay, so if you have your children that have been watching for 8 hours, you can't drastically drop it to 2 hours. All right, so you have to gradually be reducing that screen time for them, and then be ready to face their tantrums. Okay, because sometimes they will start rebelling, and then the screen time can also be a way of rewarding them if they keep to their time. Okay, if they keep to doing their chores, doing all their routine. All right, so you can reward them with some minutes of their screen time. All right, so that's the second one. Then the third one is I will always advise to maintain a level of balance within the home. Please turn off your screens, okay, when no one is watching, especially our TV. All right, there's this tendency to leave the TV on when no one is watching. Maybe we are cooking in the kitchen, but the TV is on. So it can affect concentration. When children are reading or doing their homework, it's better that the TV is off. Why are we doing that? The sound, all right, coming out from the TV can be very distracting, especially if it's the things they love to watch or very interesting sounds. Okay, so that can get them easily that can get them easily distracted. So this is why we advise that you turn off any screen that you are not using. Once it's not in use, please just turn it off. Then, because we're also trying to teach them mindfulness. I'll talk more about that. We teach them mindfulness, ability to stay in one activity per time. All right, being present in whatever they are doing, so that their thoughts is not scattered here and there. All right, and that is why it's now discouraged to do what we call multitasking, especially for our mothers. We tend to multitask. It's not actually very healthy, okay? Doing this and doing that at the same time. So we want them to concentrate and do whatever that they have before them. They should be able to do it very well. So whatever that is outside that can be very distracting for our children. So that's for that. Then put up visual reminders. Okay, teach your children how to put up visual reminders on their phone where they should stay off screen. There are a lot of reminders, memes, all right, funny memes like stay off, get away from this screen. It's rather too much. Just they can put it up as like their lock screen or a picture of that on their lock screen to kind of remind them. Then even in their rooms, they can have reminder. They can actually make up reminders like that to remind them, okay, that they should maintain a screen time balance. There must be a balance. Then also there are healthier online activities they can also engage in. Okay, there are skills they can learn online, digital skills such as digital marketing skills that your children can learn, especially our teenagers. For instance, we have this Josh for Tech. He's a young 13-year-old boy that recently won an award by Amazon for cloud computing skills. So, and he started very early. So these are some of healthy online activities our children can engage in. They are also very good once we are actually in charge and monitoring their screen time. And if they get developed with these skills, they can become, they can be successful. Yeah, we already put them on a path of success in life, all right, and they can discover themselves. Okay, so that is some of the digital skills. We have JavaScript, we have Scratch programming, where they produce their own games. Like I told myself, you have to start producing your own games. Enough of watching games. Can you start developing your own games? These are digital skills that they can learn. And then also we have games, okay, that's hobbies, digital hobbies they can also be engaged in. We have some interesting brain puzzles that can help build their memory, build their vocabulary. We have apps like they can use in learning languages like Duolingo for learning French. Okay, there are also interesting visual, they call it virtual tourism. We have been privileged, my children and I have been privileged to see a lot of places right on our screen. And one thing beautiful about that virtual tour is that it's a 5D, a 360 degrees video, so you can tune it anyhow. It's almost as if you are there. Okay, we saw the Great Wall of China. We saw a lot of beautiful landmarks that that can be very interesting for your children, especially the ones that love. There's this Gatorland. Okay, especially the ones that love animals. They can actually see these animals almost like real life. Okay, there are not opportunity to visit the zoo. There are virtual museums and all not. So there are a lot of things they can actually do, healthy stuff they can actually do online. Most especially if there is a control on their screen time. There should also be a very strong control around that. Then lastly, it's recommended that we should delay our children from going on certain apps. Okay, already we know that we should delay our 0 to 2, okay, from media at all, except for video chatting. Then our 2 to 5 to 1 hour, our 5 to 17 to 2 hours. Okay, so then there are apps they should not even have access to, such as Facebook, based on the age, okay, based on their age, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. I think it's about 13. You can on your own decide to even delay it, okay, longer than 13, especially if you understand your child, you know your child's ability to handle some of the contents coming there. So it's advised to even delay them handling such apps, Instagram and all that. So a lot of things are going on there that are not healthy for your children, and they didn't design most of these apps with children in mind. Okay, so the idea is for adults. So when your children get there, they can encounter certain contents that are not healthy for them. So that is it for today. I pray that we'll continue, and God bless for listening. And remember to subscribe to this channel, all right? Share it, and click on the notification button for further videos that are coming. So goodbye for now. Bye.